Okay, it's day 165, and this is part one. Happy Easter, everyone. Still bloody cold here. Somebody from Tewksbury, Gloucester actually, about 5 miles from Tewksbury, said they reenact the Battle of Tewksbury every year. So I thought that was interesting. So maybe we'll reenact the old guard and the new guard with the Tony Schaefer and the Cyber Command boys. I expect Tony Schaefer to be getting a position with the Trump administration here pretty quickly in the intelligence area. And maybe these Army guys, these Army intel guys, will push through a split with NSA and the Navy intel guys. So we'll have a check on the Navy intel boys. So anyway, that's Tewksbury. So that's this battle reenactment they have in Tewksbury where this guy was caught with these enzymes, Frank Enzyme Bradley, riding around in his Bradley fighting vehicle, throwing out Bill Swing enzymes on the population, flu viruses on the population. Was he doing that? Who knows? But we can go look to Tewksbury now every year to reenact our battle between this Navy and Intel Command and these new Army cyber boys. That battle is developing. Two great documentaries out, and it almost tells our story in terms of what a format of this story might look like. One is The Good American, which tells Bill Binney's story about how he had Thin Thread, how this guy named Sam Visner came in, said, oh my gosh, this is great, we're going to do Trailblazer instead, collect it all. Then when 9/11 happens, Sam Visner is the guy who says, this is a cow we can milk for 15 years at SAIC. So he leaves NSA, the Sam Visner, and goes to SAIC, and these are direct quotes, that this is the, opportunity of a lifetime. That same Sam Visner is in this Q discussion now with this MITRE group and this Highland Forum in this kind of public-private pay-to-play partnerships. So interesting to follow these things, full flight of the arrow, as I call that, all the way from 9/11, pre-9/11, all the way till now, Sam Visner. Still doing, and SAIC does the maritime data awareness programs that Alex was talking about. SAIC reformulates themselves with a new name called LIDOS. It's kind of a shuffle, giving us a little LIDOS shuffle. It's still SAIC. It's still SAIC. So a little LIDOS shuffle there. So anyway, The Good American talks about how 9/11 could have been avoided with Bill Binney's Thin Thread. And a lot of the folks I've talked to Diane Rourke at length. I've talked to Kurt Wiebe and interacted with him on Twitter, talked with Bill Binney. So a lot of the people in the series I recognized, and I've never talked to Thomas Drake, though, Tom Drake, but I would like to. But I think it's a great series to watch for the first part of our series before the Awans got involved, which is surveillance and the misuse of surveillance. And maybe the Awans are a part of that too, because you use a third-party intelligence service like PAC-ISI to have deniability on surveillance. But then there's the second part, which is not just surveillance, but now disruption. We're actually going to go out and try to make your life miserable. And that's really the second documentary, and it's a 6-part, 40-minute shot documentary called Wormwood. But it is the dirty tricks part of the CIA, getting rid of you once you become a problem, once you start saying, hey, this isn't good, that we're using these truth serums and scopolamine to do, parties, late at night in Montreal with, our good doctor up there, Dr. Gottlieb, where we did a series at the